There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So love made Baby Soft.
The 1970s didn't just look different, it smelled different. Some scents were cozy, some were weird, some were probably unhealthy. And yet, if you caught even a hint of one today, you'd be blasted straight back to childhood faster than Tang mixed in a plastic pitcher. Here are 10 strange 1970s smells we secretly loved, whether we admit it or not. Number 1. Lemon Pledge.
Lemon Pledge, very pretty, puts a shine down lemon good. Lemon Pledge as you're dusting, brings new luster to the wood.
If Saturday mornings in the 1970s had a smell, it was Lemon Pledge. That bright, almost too cheerful citrus scent drifted through every hallway long before anyone was allowed to turn on the television. Mom would dust every wooden surface like she was preparing for a magazine shoot, and the lemony haze would float through the house like a signal. Chores first, cartoons later. It was fake lemon, sure. No real fruit ever smelled that bold.
Try some Pledge just for dusting. Now do more than polish wood. Spray some Pledge on your dust cloth and leave furniture looking good. Dust with Pledge, quick and easy, and you'll pick up lots of dust. Today's Pledge on your dust cloth for great looks without the fuss.
But it became the scent of a clean house, shiny tables, and the promise of a lazy afternoon once everything was just right. Number 2. Coppertone Suntan Lotion.
Coppertone's for you and you too, whoever you are, wherever you are. You'll get a beautiful tan and beautiful skin with Coppertone.
Whether your skin is dark, fair, or somewhere in between, there's a Coppertone to let you tan fast, not burn.
Coppertone didn't just smell like summer, it defined summer. One whiff of that coconut amber lotion and you're instantly transported to a crowded 1970s pool with kids doing cannonballs, radios blasting AM hits, and parents stretched out on lawn chairs that left stripes on their legs. It was the scent of baking in the sun before anyone worried about SPF, a mix of sunscreen, chlorine, and warm vinyl floaties. The smell was so tied to sunshine and freedom that even today, if you catch a hint of it, you can practically hear the squeak of a metal swing set. Number 3. Old Spice Aftershave.
Wake up with Old Spice and feel the freshness of the open sea. Wake up with Old Spice. Feel the spray on your face and the wind at your back. Come on, wake up to the freshness of the open sea with Old Spice.
Old Spice was the official scent of every dad, uncle, grandfather, and bowling league champion in America. One splash of that spicy, barbershop clean fragrance and the whole house knew someone had shaved. It carried this strangely comforting mixture of clove, citrus, and I can fix that confidence. It lingered on coat collars, car seats, and those wool scarves dads wore while warming up the station wagon. Old Spice wasn't just a smell. It was a personality trait, a scent that said, I know how to use a socket wrench. Number 4. Avon Skin-So-Soft.
The world's largest beauty company brings you Skin-So-Soft. The #1 floating bath oil in America.
This scent lived in every 1970s bathroom cabinet. Avon Skin-So-Soft had that warm, powdery, slightly sweet smell that moms would slather on before bed, after a bath, or before a night out at a Tupperware party. Half the country swore by it as a moisturizer. The other half insisted it repelled mosquitoes better than anything sold in the camping aisle. Either way, it had this unmistakable aroma that instantly brings back memories of dim vanity lights, soft pink towels, and Avon catalogs your mother flipped through while talking on a corded phone. Number 5. Tupperware.
Meats keep meatier, beats keep beatier, chips keep chippier, dips keep dippier. Tupperware freshness, that's our promise. Look at all the ways we keep it.
Come to a Tupperware party and see all the new ways you can lock in freshness.
Beans, greens, cheese, teas.
The unique plasticky scent of fresh Tupperware is one of those smells you can still summon in your mind. It hit you the moment mom popped the lid and made that signature burp to seal the deal. That smell meant leftovers, casseroles, and potlucks. And somehow every container had a hint of whatever lived in it last.
If you want to lock in freshness, You can see and buy Tupperware at a Tupperware party.
It was a strangely comforting odor, reminding you of school lunches, church socials, and those kitchen cabinets full of pastel containers that never had matching lids. Tupperware had a scent, a sound, and a whole vibe. All right, real talk. If you just remembered at least 3 of these smells and maybe even smiled a little, it might be time to subscribe. I'll keep serving up the nostalgia. You just tap that button and we'll call it even. And if you're on Facebook, come hang out with the nostalgia crowd. Someone over there is always arguing that Play-Doh definitely tasted salty. Number 6. Pine Sol.
This is the Pine Sol that cleans the dirt and cuts the grease and kills the germs that can cause the odors in your house. This is the Pine Sol that cleans the grime and stops the mold and mildew too in your house.
The universal smell of don't you dare track dirt inside this house. It was lemony, it was sharp, it was powerful enough to clean a kitchen, a garage, and maybe even your conscience. If you smelled Pine Sol in the 70s, you knew Mom was on a mission. Number 7. Aqua Net.
No hairspray at any price can stand up to that. But if you want a hairspray that will hold this, hold it beautifully in any weather, no hairspray holds better than Aqua Net.
The purple can that glued an entire decade together. A toxic cloud strong enough to fog up the bathroom mirror and hold bangs in place through a tornado warning.
You go to my head and you linger like a haunting refrain.
Silk goes to your head in Aqua Net shampoo and conditioner with silk protein.
If you walked into any locker room, beauty salon, or teenage girl's bedroom in the 70s, you smelled Aqua Net before you saw the person using it. Number 8. Love's Baby Soft.
There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So Love made Baby Soft, with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby.
Soft, sweet, powdery, Love's Baby Soft was practically a rite of passage for teenage girls. The smell floated through bedrooms filled with teen beat magazines, hairbrushes, and rotary phones with endlessly tangled coils. It was gentle, sugary, and innocent, the very definition of young 1970s femininity. One whiff today is enough to bring back memories of slumber parties, bubblegum lip gloss, and the hopeful thrill of your very first perfume. Number 9. Tang Powder.
This is a typical meal served to astronauts aboard Apollo space flights. Oatmeal, sausage, toast, applesauce, and in a special zero-gravity pouch, Tang, the energy breakfast drink.
Tang didn't just taste like childhood, it smelled like it. When you opened that jar and stirred it with a spoon, the powder puffed up in a little orange cloud that smelled like astronauts, commercials, and artificial citrus magic.
When Gemini 4 first launched men into space, Tang Instant Breakfast Drink went with them. Since then, people everywhere have launched the day with Tang, because nothing fuels up your family like a nutritious breakfast in Tang.
It wasn't quite orange, not quite sugar, but entirely its own thing. The scent lived in the air long before the drink hit the glass, and if you're a true 1970s kid, you can still picture the plastic pitcher on the kitchen table. Before we wrap this up, let's peek at a few of your amazing comments from the last video. These comments absolutely make my day, and I'd love to feature more of your memories next time. So drop your favorite weird 1970s smell down below. The stranger, the better. Who knows? Your story just might show up in the next video. Number 10. Fresh opened Play-Doh.
Hi, Mom! The Play-Doh boy. But you look different. That's because I'm made out of new, brighter colored Play-Doh. Kids love to squish it and squash it and make all kinds of things. And the new, brighter colors make Play-Doh even more fun.
Nothing smelled like a brand new can of Play-Doh. It was sweet, it was salty, it was weird, and it was 100% childhood, 0% edible. But let's be honest, a lot of us still tried. For a lot of us, these scents aren't just smells. They're memories. They're the homes we grew up in, the people we loved, the routines that shaped our days, and the moments that made the 1970s unforgettable. You can't always find the products anymore, but the memories, those last forever. So whether it's the citrus blast of Lemon Pledge, the sweet innocence of Love's Baby Soft, or the strangely irresistible smell of fresh Play-Doh, each scent is a little time capsule that brings us right back home.